How you doing, everybody? It's Matt Electric, and we are back on, I almost said on the Battle Spot. We're not on Battle Spot, we're in the Battle Stadium in Generation X. We are not in Generation 7. That was so 2019, wasn't it? But we're back with the Como team that you saw on Monday, and hopefully we can pick up a few more wins with it. I don't know where my pen is, so we're going to go, oh, I do have a pen. Aha, I found it. Isn't that great? Alright, so fairly standard start. We've got a Dusclops, a Milotic, an Arcanine, a Ferrothorn, a Dragapult, a Mimikyu, and a... I have said all the Pokemon, I've only written 5 down. What am I missing? Ferrothorn. What? So... I think Como here could be super good. It'll be a little bit scared if the Milotic's carrying Ice Beam. Also, as I mentioned last episode, we can't actually hit the Mimikyu. Double Ghost, or Triple Ghost should I say, means that Double definitely isn't coming. But there is a very high chance that he's going to lead with a Ghost type. So I'm going to lead with Chandelure, and I think I'm going to go Chandelure, Lapras. I'm going to have Durant in the... Or do I want to do that? Do I want Lapras or do I want Durant? I think I want Durant, you know. I think I want Durant. Let's go Chandelure, which is so weak to Ghost. God damn. We're so weak to Ghost. It's insane. Alright, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure about this. But we'll see how we get on. 3 Ghost types is not great. It's not great when... Obviously, Dragapult can hit Ghost. And it hits Dragapult... Sorry. Como can hit Ghosts. And it can hit Dragapult for super effective damage. But the fact that it can't do anything to Mimikyu is a little bit worrying. He is going to lead the Dusclops Milotic, which isn't really great for me. And to be honest, I don't think any lead would have been great for me. I think I'm probably going to switch Chandelure out here and bring Como. I don't really know what... I suppose I could fake out. There is. He probably wants to coil with Milotic and go for Trick Room, would be my guess. So, being a Scarf Chandelure, we don't really want to be in this situation. I could have got some damage off with Energy Ball, I suppose, but... This team has a really bad matchup. It's a super bad matchup, and... We don't have a huge amount that's going to be able to break through Milotic either. Without a hard-hitting Grass or Electric type. He's actually going to Dynamax with Milotic. I wouldn't expect him to go for an Ice Beam into the Chandelure, so it's probably going to be a Water move. Fake Out, of course, not going to do anything because, well, it's a weak move, and the only real reason to use Fake Out there is to try and get a flinch. But obviously, he's Dynamax, so he's going to avoid the flinch. And he's going to fire out a Max Geyser... assume into Como, yeah. Who actually takes that like a champ. Takes it super well. Does set the rain though, and if this thing has max Hailstorm, then Como ain't living. So, this may be a case of having to go for Clangorous Soul and an ally switching. And I almost just need to try and stall out this Milotic. But this is going to be so difficult to try and break through this team. It's such a bulky lead from my opponent. Such a bulky lead. He's going to ally switch himself, which is fine. Like I said, I'm expecting an ice move going into Como here, so it probably goes into Gothitelle. I've got no choice but to do this. Absolutely no choice. Does he predict my ally switch? Let's find out. It's probably a little bit too offensive, but I think I've got to. Against this bulky lead, there's not a huge amount I can do. I've kind of got to try and pick up some offensive pressure. Fortunately, Gothitelle there, able to tank the hits pretty nicely. I mean, he's going to target my Como. I reckon I'll probably live a max Hailstorm, but Como's at relatively low HP now regardless of what happens. And I think it's important that I just get damage on the field at this stage. So, let's go for Helping Hand and go for Clanging Scales and see how much damage I can do. There's no way an Aura's Field... I don't actually think Komodo is going to survive through this turn. But it's just important that I get a lot of damage off here. This is essentially going to be a +3 Clanging Scales. Which... I don't expect it to knock out either Pokemon, if I'm honest. Why is Dusclops so damn bulky? It's actually dumb. Dusclops is so dumb. Oh, man. Like, it's super, super dumb. I just can't. I literally have nothing to break through Milotic. Nothing. Maybe now it's taking some damage. I bring in Chandler and can go for an Energy Ball, but because he probably is going to Ally Switch here, expecting a Shadow Ball into Dusclops. So I'm going to Energy Ball the Dusclops slot and Helping Hand. The fortunate thing is we do still have our Dynamax. Or do I Shadow Ball here? No, I'm going to Energy Ball Dusclops. Like I said, I expect an Ally Switch, because the Shadow Ball is quite obvious to go into Dusclops here. He actually just fires off a Shadow Sneak, which is really, really annoying. There is a chance that Energy Ball still knocks out anyway, to be honest, with a Helping Hand boost. Oh no, of course it doesn't. It's a bloody Dusclops. Of course it doesn't. Mate, this thing is so dumb. It's super, super dumb. Why is this thing a thing? Why is this thing even a thing? And then he crits my Gothitelle. Oh, man. It's so, so dumb. I understand that was an unstabbed and a non-super effective attack, but it was... I mean, Chandler has base, what, 145 special attack or something ridiculous? He actually ends up fading into Sandstorm. Hail. So, which means I do still have my Durant available to me, and if I can get an attack boost with Durant here, there's every chance that we can still win this with Durant. Obviously, my opponent doesn't have access to Dynamax anymore. It brings in the Ferrothorn. Okay, the Milotic is a lot more threatening to me here. So let's give a Helping Hand onto Durant. Let's go for the Dynamax, and let's go for the Max Knuckle. It's just important that we get lots and lots of damage off onto this Milotic. If I can take up Milotic, we're not in a bad situation. We're not in a bad situation at all. Durant can absolutely pull us through this, especially against a physical attacker like Ferrothorn. So if I can get to +2/+3 attack, obviously we'd have to rely on the Hustle, which is a little bit sketchy, but you never know from this situation. We'll go for the Helping Hand and go straight into Milotic here, who does not protect. Milotic don't tend to run protect, they tend to run recover instead. And Superpower is enough to get rid of the Milotic, which is fantastic. Which leaves the Ferrothorn and another Pokemon in the back. Possibly going to be Arcanine, if I had to guess, which would be super annoying, as he does fire off a Leech Seed. So Ferrothorn probably going to go for a Protect next turn regardless of what happens. And Gothitelle should live. Yeah, okay, so I think we had a Citrus Berry on Gothitelle, which allowed us to heal up a bit a couple of turns ago. Like I said, if this isn't if this isn't Arcanine, ideally this is. I mean, Dragapult. If it's a special Dragapult, that would be a problem. Mimikyu wouldn't be too. It's actually going to be Mimikyu. Okay. Let's go for an Ally Switch then, and let's go for the Max Steel Spike into Mimikyu, and let's see if we can break through it. Unfortunately, we're wasting a turn of... Right, okay. So I expected the Protect because obviously he wants the extra Leech Seed recovery. Going for Ally Switch here. With luck, he's going to go ahead and target my Gothitelle with, say, a Shadow Claw, which Durant would take much, much better, especially after Max Steel Spike, which is, of course, going to break this Disguise and do nothing else, really. But, you know, we're not in an awful situation here. We may end up in a position where... In fact, let's see what this Mimikyu does. Mimikyu is going to Phantom Force. Okay, so we can't attack Mimikyu next turn anyway. So regardless of what happens, I may as well go for a Superpower into Ferrothorn. He can protect this turn, but it's a 33% chance of it actually working. So I think my best play here is going to be just clicking Superpower and Helping Hand, and just seeing if I can get rid of the Ferrothorn. Because if I can, then it's highly likely that this is going to be game over. And so my opponent has gone from a really bulky position where I literally just had to set up with Como, just get some big damage off and see what I could do from that position. And it looks like Durant is going to absolutely smash his way through this team. We are a little bit reliant on hitting Iron Head with Hustle, which is 80% accurate. But if we can get an Iron Head off, we win, essentially. Iron Head hitting wins me the game. I believe that is our last turn of Dynamax. Superpower, Max Steel Spike, Superpower, yeah, okay. Right, or Max Knuckle, you know what I mean. Iron Head to win, Durant, Iron Head to win. Iron Head to win, Durant, let's go, boy. Come on. Come on, my opponent needs the Hustle to activate, and we miss. Durant, you had one job. Durant, you had one job. We are at +1 defense, though. We are at +1 defense. I may as well protect. He's gonna. I'll attack, so I may as well protect for PP usage, really. I know he can go through protect with Phantom Force, so it doesn't really matter what I do here because he's gonna get damage off. How much is this gonna do? It's unresisted. We're at +1. Okay, that's fine. Right, Durant. Durant, you need to hit the Iron Head. Durant, hit the Iron Head. Please hit the Iron Head. Durant hits the Iron Head. That's the Mewtwo down. And from a really, really poor position, the combination of Durant and Gothitelle has really pulled us back into this game. We're in a situation where we were 3v1.5, really. But I kept my Dynamax late. And back for the later game. And that seems to have really worked for me. And that's a lesson to a lot of players that when they have a strategy, they just think, oh, let's lead with it. Let's just Dynamax straight away. You don't need to rush the Dynamax, right? If your opponent has already used their Dynamax and you've managed to get through without being swept, then you can use your Dynamax to essentially reverse sweep them, which is exactly what's happened here. Milotic looked like a real threat to me. Fortunately, it didn't carry much of an offensive presence, and once I was able to get rid of Dusclops, which is a little bit lucky thanks to the hail, actually his own hail knocking him out, which I think is quite funny. Once I was able to get rid of the Dusclops, the Milotic dropped down back to normal, and all of a sudden, it was a lot more vulnerable. A Helping Hand plus Max Knuckle able to knock it out, giving me an attack boost. The Protector with Ferrothorn was extremely obvious for my opponent after setting up that Leech Seed. I knew that he was just going to want to get that chip damage off, and I just had to break that disguise. I was able to, and fortunately, my Durant was able to carry us through over the next few turns. So we've been trying to get up to sub 1,000 on Twitch. Obviously, we're at 2293 at the moment. We came very close in yesterday's stream. So if you do want to join me and join me on that journey, then do click my Twitch link down in the description and give it a follow. As I've said yesterday, as I said in Monday's episode, I can't give you this team unfortunately because the creator asked me not to give out the EV spreads, etc. So you guys can't try this team unfortunately, but hopefully you're enjoying watching it. So you can see a Duraludon, a Dragapult, a Vish, and Indeedee. Is that male or female? That is female. Very, very important information. We've got a Whimsicott, and we've got a Sylveon. I feel like I've only said 5 Pokemon. No, I have said 6. Cool. So, there's a few potential leads here. So you've got to follow me Indeedee. Just for redirection purposes, essentially. You've got potential Tailwind setting with Whimsicott there, which Dracovish can abuse. Similar thing with Max Airstream or Dragapult. Duraludon could work really nicely for my opponent if he predicts me to lead with Gothitelle, obviously because that's Stalwart, so it would ignore the ally switch and just target whatever it was targeting anyway. I think Lapras is looking pretty good in this matchup. I don't know if I want to lead with it. The number of fairies is a little bit worrying. I think I'm going to go Chandelure with... Oh, I want to bring double so bad. I'm going to bring double. It's kind of for the memes. I'm kind of bringing double for the memes here. But if Chandelure can get rid of the Dragapult immediately, then there's no reason why double can't do work. Yes, I know he's got two things there which resist the resist fighting, and body press is our only move. But when you get a when you get a cotton guard up and you start hitting things with body press, it does some damage. It really does. I don't know if Fluffy boosts body press's damage. Be interested to see if it does. So he's actually going to lead Whimsicott with Dragapult here. Now, there's every chance that he goes for a Tailwind. But I'm going to guess you're not going to Tailwind. And I think you're probably a special variant and you're going to go for a Fake Tears. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Shadow Ball and see if I can knock out this Dragapult immediately. And I'm going to click Cotton Guard. Best case scenario, he does... Well, Whimsicott does basically nothing. Or maybe he's... Oh, he could be a Fling variant, actually. Which would force him to be not Scarf. So he's actually going to Dynamax. So it's probably going to be the Fling variant. I would guess. And he probably wants to max Airstream this turn. I don't think Shadow Ball is going to OHKO it. And I think we've had a very, very bad turn 1 here. Because this thing is going to be Weakness Policy Lychee Berry, most likely. He's gone for the Switcheroo. What, eject button? So, apparently he predicted the Choice Scarf on my Chandelure, which I didn't realise Scarf Chandelure was that common. Apparently it is. On the bright side, he is now Scarf Whimsicott, which is kind of useless. And it doesn't really do a lot. But Double is going to be able to get up a Cotton Guard here and start getting off some big damage. The Dragapult is a major, major problem. It is a massive issue. So let's bring Lapras in. I think I'd probably go for a... I think I'm just going to double target the Whimsicott. I don't really want to activate potential... Well, he's going to activate his own weakness policy. It doesn't really matter, does it? Let's go for the G-Max Resonance. Let's go for a... We'll go for another Cotton Guard anyway. Because with the Aurora Veil up... Are you going to... Oh wait, he can't Fling because we've just seen the Switch or Eject button. So we know he's not Fling. So if I can get Como set up, if Como can live a hit from the Dragapult under Aurora Veil, then there is every chance we can still win this game. He's gone for the Switcher. I should have predicted that. I should have predicted that. That's not good. Because now he just targets my Lapras. I've been well and truly outplayed here by this Switcheroo Whimsicott. Double is literally useless at this stage. It's practically useless. Double's going to go for a Scarf Cotton Guard. This is... Because Double is so one-dimensional and people just know exactly what it's going to do, it's quite easy to stop, especially when you've got a Ghost type on the field. It was probably a little bit silly of me to bring Double, but like I said, I only really bought it for the memes. I might keep it in regardless, because if he ends up triggering the weakness policy on my Lapras, and I can get rid of this, if I can get rid of the Dragapult here, then there is a chance I can still win. He brings in the Dracovish, which will be interesting to see what... Oh, he's probably got Psychic Fangs, if I had to guess. And let me guess, yeah, okay. So I'm going to stay in here because I want to get Como in for free. I'm assuming he's just going to double target my Lapras. He goes for the Psychic Fangs. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying considering Psychic is going to hit my thing for super effective damage. And yeah, that's going to be game over. There's no way I win from this situation. Not a chance. Maybe I should have switched out Double. Maybe that was my downside. But this team does have a major ghost problem, and Dracovic was not Dracovic. Sorry, Dragapult was the main problem in this game. Maybe I was better off targeting the Dragapult, but I didn't want a Tailwind going up. Tailwind was almost scary because with the Aurora Veil up, I thought I would probably live a Dragon move with Komodo. There's no point in me going for a Clanger Assault. I may as well go for a Clanging Scales. And see if I can take a knockout. But I don't think Komodo lives through this turn. But yeah, if I could have got Komodo set up, then I would have been fine. But if he'd gone for Tailwind and I tried to set up Komodo, then it would have been game over pretty quick. We're able to live that. We're not going to live a Dragon Darts, though. I don't think. Maybe we will. Komodo? No. Maybe with Aurora Veil up. But no, he had Psychic Fangs. So it was a good play for my opponent going for the Psychic Fangs there. And that'll be the game because double can't do anything. And it's sitting there. They're literally just using Cotton Guards, which it can no longer do. So maybe I was better off switching it out earlier on to bring in Komodo under Aurora Veil and playing a little bit more offensively. But hey, that'll be the game, and that'll be this episode. So a Durant reverse sweep and a double that does nothing. Don't use double, guys. It's not good. It's really not good. It's far too situational. But if you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're new, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch and come join the live streams. Follow me on Twitter as well for regular updates on what we're up to. And we will. I'll see you in for Friday's episode, or I'll see you on Twitch, whichever you see first. I don't know, I've been Matt Metric, and I'll see you then.